Hi there, this is Martin from Cape Wonder, Europe, and as I happen to be in the great city of Orlando in Florida on a family vacation, look what I've just walked into. This costume, this Superman, Christopher Reeve Superman costume, it's a fairly recent addition, I think only within the last 5 or 6 years. Prior to that, there was a costume that was hung from the ceiling here, and that very same costume used to be in a cabinet as well, and it's pretty much suffered so much degradation over the years. I think that I think it currently resides in a hotel in Las Vegas, that same costume. So this one would be its replacement. Now, I'm not here kind of to debate the merits of whether or not this is the genuine article. I'm going to leave that to the viewer, or for the viewer to decide. However, let's look at a few things here. First of all, I have to say that the color of this does not match any of the many genuine costumes I've seen over the years, even the one that was here, even though that was pretty much faded, pretty much gone. The blue especially is particularly, it's registering on camera actually quite strong, but it is in reality quite light. I can't get as close as I'd like, but because it's next to a stairwell that I'm having to lean over to shoot. But if you start from the top, the construction of the shield looks pretty sound, so shape-wise of the shield, that's quite nice. The fabric is so thin though, you can see how taut it's pulled around this skinny mannequin, and it looks very light. It looks like some kind of, it almost looks like some kind of cotton mesh actually. I don't even think, maybe a percentage of lycra, but not a great deal. The belt, the buckle doesn't fit into the midriff correctly, even though the vinyl of the belt looks suitably aged. But it's these trunks that really kind of, well, again, if you look at the photo alone up there, and even the flying one from Superman 2 there, they never got to that kind of length down the sides. Even the boots, they look suitably aged, and the stitching looks correct as far as I can see. So I think that they may be, I mean, they don't even nearly fit the mannequin. Looking at those, I think they might be a pair of genuine boots. May even be a genuine belt, maybe a Superboy belt potentially. But as for the rest, I mean, even the cape looks pretty good. That zigzag stitching across the bottom is also correct, but we know that capes are easy to replicate. Padding on the shoulders doesn't look too bad. So I'm thinking that in Madame Tussauds style, they've probably replaced the bodysuit with something that potentially isn't the genuine article. But this is what happens to Superman costumes. They degrade to the point where they're not particularly fit for display, whereas modern lycra, will probably outlast us all. So yeah, there it is. It's an interesting curio. But again, with something like this, it's pretty difficult to get excited over something that, is maybe just a display piece, even though it's pretending to be the real thing. There's plenty of, having been around the restaurant, there's plenty of genuine props inside. I've just seen Flash Gordon's sword, some Star Wars. I couldn't even attest to the provenance of those because, there are better experts on Star Wars than I am. But yeah, so Christopher Reeve Superman costume, the genuine article or a replacement, you decide.